Okay, we're looking into transient problems in circuits and systems. So in this problem, this is a figure, this is a question. It was asked in 2002 GATE. In the figure, the switch was closed for a long time. So that means this is a switch, this S indicated here. So this is a switch. It was closed for a long time. Okay, I don't know whether my cursor is visible. So let me take some color to show you. Okay. Okay, so this is a switch, right? So this is a switch. It was actually closed for a long time before before opening at t equal to 0. So the actual circuit was like this. It was like this. It was not open. It was closed. It was like this. Okay, so the actual circuit was like this when it was before t equal to 0. So t equal to 0, there is something happening. So this is before t equal to 0. This is before t equal to 0. This is how the circuit looked. But at t equal to 0, it opening happens. So opening at t equal to 0, that means the opening happens at t equal to 0. Okay, so this circuit is before t equal to 0. It was like this. So here this is an inductor, right? We have an inductor and which is connected with the resistor in parallel. Okay, so whenever we are doing the transient problems, it's always important for us to look at t equal to 0 minus, t equal to 0, and t equal to 0 plus for solving the problems. So before t equal to 0 is what I call it as t equal to 0 minus. That means it's before, just before just before what happens at t equal to 0. So just before opening, that is t equal to 0 minus. So to make things clear, I'm telling all these things. So t equal to 0 minus is just before we open the switch, or it was something that was present because at t equal to 0 is where our action happens. Our action is opening the switch. So whatever is happening before our action, the action plan, or whatever opening or closing, it could be opening or closing. In this question, it is actually opening at t equal to 0. So whatever happens before t equal to 0, I call it as t equal to 0 minus. So this is a circuit. And we know the property of inductor. What property of inductor? When it is having the current flowing for a long period of time, so it is actually for a long period of time it was closed. So when the current is flowing through an inductor for a long period of time, the conductor acts as a complete conductor. I'm sorry, the inductor acts as a complete conductor. So the inductor's property is that when a current flows through it for a long time, it will act as a complete conductor. That means zero resistance. So zero resistance in the sense it is going to act like a short circuit, right? Like a short circuit. Okay. So like a short, it's going to act like a short path. So complete current can flow, entire current can flow. So how it would have been looked? So this same circuit at t equals 0 minus can be replaced and drawn because of this inductor. So what I can draw is I can draw the whole thing being at the same place, but the inductor alone I can replace with a short circuit path. And the short path, this resistor is connected. Anything connected in the short path is of no use, right? We can remove it. So, or I can say this it is like an open path only. This resistor can be drawn like this, like it's no connection because the current is going to come and go. Choose the lowest resistance path and going to travel like this. So if this is clear, so this is a circuit at t equal to 0 minus. So if we are clear with this, we can proceed and we can easily solve this problem. So what would be the current that would be flowing here? See, here is a current source. The current source value is 2.5 amps. 2.5 amps. When it's going to come out from this place, will it go choose this path or this path? It's not going to choose this path because it has seen a short path. So wherever there is a short circuit, the current is going to choose the lowest resistance path. A short path is a lowest resistance path. So what is the current? The total 2.5 amperes is going to flow in this path. So what is the current through the inductor? The inductor which is acting as a short, the current through the inductor which is acting as a short circuit is 2.5 amps. Like the entire current going to flow. So what is this? When is this current flowing? At t equal to 0 minus. Just before opening, it is going to have this current IL equal to 2.5 amps. Okay, so let us remember this. This is very important. With this, we can solve the problem very easily. So let me scroll a little down. And now I'm going to say, we know at t equal to 0, something happened. Very good. Now let me take a t equal to just after. just after opening, just after an action of opening, just after opening the circuit, what happens? So how the circuit would look? Okay, let me draw everything together. So everything is there, very good. And what happens to the inductor? We again know the property of an inductor that, okay, now the path is open, right? Let me also say the switch is opened, so it is going to look like this. And we also know the property of the inductor, very important property of the inductor. It is going to resist any change in current. Any change in current, like it was having 2.5 amperes of current, 2.5 amperes of current for a long time. So immediately t equal to 0 plus is immediately after opening. So immediately we cannot do any changes in inductor. If the current in inductor was like this, like 2.5 amperes, it cannot directly drop down to 0. It is not possible. So what happens in an inductor? It gradually decreases. Maybe if the opening happens here, it gradually decreases. That means what? At t equal to 0 minus is this point somewhere here. So it is approximately 2.5 amperes only. Okay, so that is a property of, again, the inductor property, which if we are already aware of, that is a prerequisite of this course. Anyway, I'm revising that, that's fine. So so what is the current through the inductor right now? Let me draw the inductor itself, because there is a short now it's going to change. Okay, but I'm looking at the t equal to 0 plus 0, just plus. So this point is 0, t equal to 0. These are all t equal to 0 minus or less than before. These are before, can say. Okay, this point is t equal to 0, maybe, if you can consider that way. Okay, all right. So what happens? Yeah, of course, the resistor is also here. The resistor also I can draw. Okay, the resistor is here. Okay, so see this. So what happens? Because the inductor is going to resist any change in the current in this, maybe here the current drops at the point itself, the current drops 0. But in the inductor has the storing property, right? It acts as a memory element, right? It is a memory element. So maybe, okay, these are all basics of inductors. Okay, so with that understanding, with that basement, we can say there is going to be the current at t equal to 0 plus. What current? The same current, whatever it was there at t equal to 0 minus is going to be there at t equal to 0 plus also, because very slight change in the time and abrupt changes are not allowed in the inductor. The abrupt changes in current is not allowed in inductor. So at t equal 0 plus also, we are going to have the same current, 2.5 amperes. So if we are till here clear, solving this problem would be very, very simple. Okay, so what would be then? So because, okay, so again, let me redraw this circuit for better understanding. So this is a circuit. So if I draw it this way, I think it will be little better to understand. So here it's open, here it's open. So what was there? The resistor is here. So this is how it is. This inductor and this resistor don't have any connection with respect to this circuit because of this open. Don't think current is going to come here. Even if it comes here, there is a open path. It cannot travel. So nothing is going to come here from this circuit. No entry. So what because of the memory property of this inductor, so the current will be 2.5 amperes of current will be there at t equal to 0 plus. Very good. So it will gradually reduce, but at t equal to 0 plus, it's going to be 2.5 amperes. Okay, so let us consider only this part, because this circuit is disconnected with this circuit because of this open. Okay, you can see it's completely open. It cannot come, if it cannot come because there is an open here. If it comes also, it cannot have a closed path to travel. So we can disconnect and draw this like this and see. This is the inductor of 5 Henry, and the current direction will not change. The initial current direction was what? At t equal to 0 minus. It was like this, it was coming like this, it was coming like this, right? From right to left, right? So same direction I'm putting. So how much current? 2.5 amperes. So where it can go? All it can go is to this resistor. So value of this resistance is 20 ohms. Very good. 20 ohms. And Vx is here with this polarity marked in the question. So I cannot change the polarity of Vx given in the question. Whatever polarity they are giving, we're supposed to use the same polarity. Okay, then only we'll get the right answer. Okay, so because they are given this polarity, you have to use this polarity. So, but our current is entering where? It is entering here. So the actual polarity is like this. Actual current polarity is like this. So V resistor, 20 ohm resistor is equal to I into R. Current is 2.5 amperes and resistance is 20 ohms. So if we multiply, we get 500 and then 50. Okay, 50 volts, right? 50 volts in this path, in this direction. But our polarity of Vx is equal to minus of Vr of 20. See, the polarity is different. No, here it's plus minus, here is minus plus. So Vx equal to minus of Vr 20. So Vx equal to minus 50 volts. Okay, it is a very simple problem. If you know what is what is the current at what is IL at t equal to 0 minus, and how the circuit looks at t equal to 0 plus, then we can solve this problem very easily and get the answer Vx equal to minus 50 volts. Okay, this was just 1 mark question because it's quite simple. We don't have a lot of calculation and all, just understanding is required. So thanks for watching. Let's meet in the next session.